they had a shopping mall like this back where I come from, I could throw away much Steers Roebuck catalog.
Shopping for a vacation is almost as fun as the vacation.
Maybe for you, Felina. I keep thinking about how many sit-ups it'll take for me to squeeze into a pair of them Bermuda shorts. Now don't take that attitude, Rodney. An ocean cruise'll be just the thing to get me out of my shell. Nothing but sun and blue water and, well, shoot. I didn't mean for nobody to take me literally.
Our vacation plans could be shot as well. Those jokers leaving that video arcade sure don't look like the Qatari force.
They sure don't. Then it's time for us to make a fast fade.
To emerge as the amazingly unabashed Captain Carrot.
And a darn good in his own right fastback.
Yet a hair's breadth later. Well, whittle my whiskers.
Who, I say? Who'd I thunk it?
Bellina's clobbering those coin-clutching crooks, all by her lonesome.
She didn't even bother to switch to her zoo crew ID. And here I thought times was tough for masters of cat foo.
Episode 19, Frogzilla's Big Croak-Up.
I thought we was gonna get us some glory, but now I feel about as welcome as a pair of X-ray specs at a poker game.
It's up to me, Joe. We're vacationers, remember? Get used to idle place. Shortly.
Your cosmic carrot ain't wore off yet. Ain't you taking a risk walking around as Rodney Rabbit with Captain Carrot's bulging biceps? After Felina's martial arts display, a half-clothed hare won't be much of an attraction to the crowd. Still, it'll be a relief to get back to the Zoo Crew's headquarters. Not finished packing yet? I knew we should have switched to our superheroic selves so we could take half the time. Not twice the luggage. Speed it up, guys. I'm looking forward to this ocean cruise. 'Cause looking backward, all I see is cold turkey and the screeching tire. Not to mention a crisis or two.
Well, I could both looking forward to thinking the ship. Get her to cut out the dead weight, would ya?
If we did that, Pig Iron, honey, we'd have to leave you behind entirely.
The door buzzer. Finish packing. I'll get it.
What a beautiful building! A masterpiece! A work of art! No kidding! I'm speechless! I can barely bring myself to ask! Or is it for sale? For sale? You're kidding! No! I'm buying! Louis Landcrab at your service! Real and unreal estate! And in your case, definitely the latter. But I've got this thing for alphabetic architecture. Ever since I met my main squeeze in a single spar shaped like an O. We've been going around together ever since. Now you're going round, over and out.
I know you'd expect better reception from someone with rabbit ears, but it's bad enough we live in a giant snore sound effect. I don't need to be reminded. Media Calico Comics introduces its new ad for Patreon and other links. It includes paid comics of Werecat and other projects. It also includes webcomics of Ken Canary. It includes fun stickers for everyone, as well as comic dub movies and series. So be sure to go to these links and support my Patreon.
Later, at Los Antelopes Harbor, our stalwarts arrive at the SS Lost Boat, or as they say on TV, the Lost Boat.
Well, welcome, Bert. Glad to see you, and Pig Iron took advantage of the free passes I sent you, But I thought you said the rest of the zoo crew would be coming,
Hope you don't mind, Dunbar, but since they're busy, we brought along some of our, distant cousins.
Well, any cousin of yours is a cousin of, never mind. Just climb aboard, and tell the crew your stay's all on Captain Dunbar Dodo.
And so, this cruise was a terrific idea. It'll give me a swell chance to get close to some really exotic scenery. You and me both, pal.
Gotta feeling this one's gonna settle that.
The real trick will be keeping him on board without capsizing.
But even our superpowered do-gooders can spend only a few hours soaking up the hot Pan-Pacific sun, 'cause after that, it's nighttime, silly.
We really appreciate being asked to sit at your table, Captain Dodo. But you've been moping all evening as if you were the last of your species.
I don't mean to be so down to the beak, Felina, but seeing Bird and Pig Iron again just reminds me of the last time we met. When a group of vile villains transformed my neighbor J. Fenimore Frog into that amphibious amalgam of Toad and Terror, Frogzilla. Once the zoo crew changed him back again, I hired him for old time's sake. But he grew so resentful of me that he botched everything he got his webbed hands on, till I finally reduced him to swabbing decks. One stormy night, while trying to avoid work by hiding in a lifeboat, he was washed overboard. Oh. Somehow, I just can't help feeling responsible. Oh.
Responsible for what? That junker almost made the whole world his lily pad. He was a bad guy. That's the way he was always inclined. What?
Did someone say inclined?
The ship lurched suddenly. Everybody okay?
Peter, Dodo said the ship was so spotless you could eat off the floor. But he didn't have to prove it.
That's gotta mean trouble below. Let's switch to our super identities.
You wouldn't have to if you stayed in him all the time, like me.
Good grief! The ship beached so fast I lost my lunch.
I think I found it. Face it, someday this group's gonna be called Pig Iron and his amazing zoo crew. Now that's a property with legs.
And a big mouth, too! Let's get to work already!
There's the trouble. Something's ripped a humongous hole in the hull. We'd better act fast before the Lust boat gets canceled.
You said it, Alley Cadabra. There's water. Water everywhere. The perfect environment for rubber duck. Fine sort of business to put a sudden stop to this voyage to the bottom of the sea. By blowing myself up like a giant balloon. That'll keep us buoyant for a while, but just for a while.
Maybe a magic spell can offer some relief.
Huh? How do you spell relief?
Look it up in Spider-Webster's dictionary, partner. I'm too busy concentrating with Magic Wanda, so I can make this oversized float. I did it! My prestidigitation made some real levitation and saved the Lust Boat from becoming the first singles cruise submarine. But I can't hold it long, so it's time for the rest of you to get on the move. Or we'll have on our hands the biggest disaster since Dead Cat Books.
I hear you, Abra. Now that all the water's draining out of the hole, I can reach out and touch someone. And while I'm at it, preserve a life or two. Real turbulent, huh guys?
Meanwhile,
I've rounded up all the ship's deck chairs. Think you can flatten them out?
Are you kidding? I've had nothing but practice all day. Here you go. Flatter and claw hammering always left opponent. He's hoping that root-chomping Webber can catch it once I throw it over the side.
It's going great guns gang! Yankee Poodle and I will have the hull repaired in no time, and the Lust Boat will be in, wait for it, shipshape!
At last! Now I can set the ship safely down. I was going to ask the story's plotter when I could let it go. But I don't think we're equipped for a ship-to-shore communication.
at last,
Well, the hull kinda looks like a patchwork quilt, but the Lust Boat is on the mend. Too bad we had to smash up all the deck chairs to do it, and the ping pong tables, and the gym equipment, and the video games. Especially the video games.
That's a real shame. But next time, a lot more and that'll end up as scrap.
Once again, Joker, Rock, I'm in your debt, Rock. I just wish I could figure out how that huge hole got there, Rock. We're miles from a reef or anything that could do that much damage.
I'm afraid that'll have to remain a mystery, Captain.
Cause if I tell you I found a set of giant webbed fingerprints on the ripped up hull plating, you'd go out of your tiny mind.
It's too much of a mystery for me, Rock. I'm steering the Lust Boat back to port.
Nothing left on board to have fun with anyway. Shame about those video games.
once the ship reaches port,
I'm kinda glad this trip ended early. This way, I don't have to carry everybody's souvenirs too.
Relax, Dodo. We made it home without incident.
Rock? Maybe so, but I can't shake the feeling that it's all not over yet, Rock.
you've no doubt reached the same conclusion, dear reader, if you've counted the number of pages left in the stirring saga, and you've concluded right for just a half mile from where the Lust Boat's moored.
Who wants a building shaped like a Z anyway? From the back, it looks like an ass with a shave and a haircut anyway. But the land, oh, the land. On that I could make a fortune. If I could only get those costumed clods to starlight. Hey, what's this? A drowning frog? I wonder how much he'll pay me to save him. Are you okay, son? Speak to me. Speak to me. A ballpark figure will do.
Yelled, frog overboard. Frog overboard. But nobody had. After the lifeboat fell free from the ship, the trade winds wafted me to a tropical paradise, the Bikini Atoll. The natives found me, nursed me back to health with medicinal potions of their own concoction. I'd feel lots better with a massage, baby. Provided I massage you, that is. But the primitive medicine reacted with the chemicals left in my body from my first transformation. After becoming Frogzilla, the natives saw me as a god, fed me, made me even stronger. Once at peak strength, I left the island for my revenge. Revenge on the ones who humiliated me, Captain Dodo and the zoo crew. But I never did get even, 'cause too soon after my attack on the Lust Put, I returned back into J. Venomore Frog. So woozy, can hardly stand.
Easy boy. So it's the Zuku you hate, huh? Zuku with a capital Z? Well, I've got a little plan that'll get you revenge and make us millionaires. With the capital dollar sign.
Later, back at Louie's place.
Alright already. You're killing me with kindness, man. I couldn't touch another pineapple juice frappe.
This one's papaya. Drink it. You've got to build up your strength. Later, when I come back, we'll talk about what you told me and the zoo crew. Especially about the zoo crew.
But when the crab's away,
Phooey! I'm allergic to stuff that's good for me. Here's the tonic for me. A tall, cool koala cola. It's the real thing. But the real what nobody knows yet, man. Boy! It's getting so I can't touch a drink without turning into a real monster. Oh, why, Louie? Drop the scam! I get the picture. You was being nice to me as J. Venomore Frog, 'cause you needed me as Frogzilla.
Trust me, boy. Trust me. I've got your best interests at heart. If my foolproof plan works, we'll make quadro-squintillions. And if not, we'll get you a job advertising frozen vegetables.
meanwhile, back at the N building. Whoops, sorry, was resting my head for a second. Let's take it again. Meanwhile, back at the Z building.
Some vacation.
We barely vacated. I mean, tell me, did we at least make it beyond the 3-mile smog limit?
You said it. In Los Angeles, I couldn't catch some rays if I had 10-foot talons.
Shucks, if you want to catch rays, there's sure enough of them out yonder. It's right purty out. The sun's shining and... Uh-oh. Did they move the Statue of Liberty to L.A. and make it ugly? 'Cause if they did, we got ourselves a problem.
I hope the jerks in this building wanted a sun deck, 'cause they got one without a raise in the rent. Raised the ceilings as far as Huh? What's that?
Here we go, team.
Zoo Crew to the rescue!
Sure sounds a lot snappier than Avenger bills assembled.
Frogzilla! I had a feeling we'd come across you sooner or later. Though I figured on later, since it's kinda early in our run for a recurring villain. But then, Froggy, you may not be recurring for a long, long time. It's Armageddon! And Armageddon out of here!
But as the Titanic tadpole flails his flippers,
Look out, Duck. You're plowing us right into that goon's arms.
Not to worry. I'm at the controls. Consent for some expert maneuvering.
Whoa. Good thing it wasn't amateur night. What do you say, pal? Wanna get seatbelts for that wig someday? Walk in there. I found someplace off the land. Well, look at the pesky little fly buzzing around my bee. You know what I do with flies? I just grab whatever's close to hand and swat 'em. That's why I'd say that's smart, but smart ain't really fitting here.
Now's our chance, gang! Quick, while he's knocking himself silly!
He wasn't exactly Einstein to start with.
Maybe so, but still we're relatively powerless to stop him.
So glad I didn't hear that, or I'd be chucking boulders at him instead of flogging.
I did it! I managed to keep the building up with my power so you could evacuate everyone.
Thanks, Yanks! The area's clear of all non-super-personal and central casting innocent bystanders. Now I can turn back to... Wait a minute! Everyone was either carried away or fled in panic. But this joker seems to think raging wreckage is a fun way to kill an afternoon. Now I recognize you. You're Louis Landcrab, the creepy real estate salesman I got rid of the other day. What are you doing here? Go wiggle your whiskers, wise guy. Can't you see I'm doing business?
There's no stopping him.
Stop him? It's all we can do to slow him down. But we've got to, before he heads straight for the Z building.
Head straight for the Z building? A capital idea. It was uppercase of you to suggest it.
Hold on, gang. I've got the answer to all our problems.
Yeah? You found a vacation spot where I can relax without smashing up the furniture?
Just the most pressing problem, Spot Brain. Louie here's got a little story I've persuaded him to relate. Seems the big frog's his business partner. Tell him how it works, Louie. Well, the party of the first part. In English, Louie. I had it all figured. Once Frogzilla destroys the buildings on the Primo real estate in L.A., I'd buy up the land for a song. Then rebuild highly insured condos on him. And have Froggy level those too. Collect those insurance. And rebuild and wreck till we're swimming in dough. Then J. Fenimore Frog could buy himself a whole line of lost boats. And him out that dodo to Barnacle Scraper in Chief.
The dodo. That gives me an idea. Catch y'all later. Nanoseconds later, that is.
Watch the starboard, Rot! Steady, Ashy! Hey! What am I doing here, Rot?
Don't tell me that Toidles was what widow of the Blancy had left. Flaggy Almoida that Dodo visited.
That's the idea. Fastback's using Captain Dodo as bait to lure him away from the Z building. It's a brilliant plan, and he had it all by himself. Sorta makes a superhero squad leader proud.
Gah! It's that featherweight fuzzball! Come here! This frog wants a dodo in his throat!
What earth are we on? I mean, where on earth are we, Rot?
Trust me, Captain. Just trust me. 'Cause as the frog creeps in on Little Flatfeet, I'm racing us over to the Kong Edison electrical power plant. Oh, double darn. He's bearing down on us, and the gate to the plant is locked.
There's no way inside, Rot!
Correction. That's my way inside. I'll form a ramp to get you over the gate. After all, what are teammates for?
You don't get away that easy! I'm still a frog, remember? And what I can't get with my arms, I get with my tongue! And I'll get you!
Jump, Captain.
Aye, aye, Rot.
As Frogzilla's wet whip-like tongue touches the tangle of megavolt-charged rigging, an electric shock roars through the monster's body. The roar shock, is enough of a jolt to transform the amphibious anarchist back into J. Fenimore Frog.
Yeah! Next time I want a muscle-bound body, I'm going to Charles Rattles.
Your plan worked, Fastback. How'd you think of it?
I just saw it in one of them late-night monster movies. You know, where the big ugly things from space are using Porkio as a floor mat. Hated to do that to a feller amphibian, though.
Ah, the authorities have arrived.
Bring in the breath, I hope. Pig iron is hyphenated, boys.
Authorities? But I just couldn't press charges against my old pal J. Fenimore. And even Mr. Landcrab doesn't seem like a bad person.
If we printed this comment, Sparta, Illinois would be a giant used parking lot.
Well, maybe he does, but still.
They've gotta be made to pay for their crimes somehow. And I know how that some. I know some of that how.
Got an idea, have ya? I liked it better when we got rid of light bulbs.
Lighter!
Okay, that beast there fits into that wall over yonder. No, it fits just to the right of that. Unglue it again and move it over. Now that piece. Hey, you want a good laugh? All this time I've had the blueprint upside down. Some hoot, huh, man?
There you go! The way I figure, if they took everything apart, the least they could do is put it all back together again.
It's more constructive than brick and rock than prison anyway.